What's going on, Bills fans? This is Bills Latest. I am your host, Michael Korn. We are brought to you by FanArc. And man, what a game. Bills just sucked that one out 35-31 after being down 21 early. Didn't want to run the football early. No idea why. Drake May looking like an MVP. Vrabel looking like the better coach. McDaniel looking like the better OC. But the Bills come out in the second half, get that win. That's huge. Absolutely huge. Now the division is still up for grabs. New England was the first team with a chance to clinch. They choked. Drake May look good, but he's been doing a lot of what he does. Gets a lot of TDs early in a game, and then he kind of fades off. And they don't have the run game that Buffalo does to help get them over through these long, tough games. I think we're seeing why Buffalo was favored. Albeit it was only a point and a half, but to be favored on the road to a team with a better record, it's telling you something. We thought it was all the Josh Allen effect, which it still could have very well been. But man, when Cook gets the ball, it's just, why does he not get the football more? Again, this is a guy I think should be touching the ball 25, 30 times a game. Not all handoffs necessarily, but still, when they get him going, the rest of the offense and Josh clicks. But if he is not involved, that offense looks putrid. It looks putrid. And for the life of me, I cannot understand our OC. I'll get into that a little bit more, but man, it's like this was an exact copy of the last game as far as a tale of first half to second half offensive struggles to what we did in the second half. But we got lucky, played well, played hard. The one thing you can say about this team is they will play to the final whistle. A lot of teams check out after being down 21-0. But it helps when you have Josh Allen as a quarterback. You're always in every game if he's your quarterback. Even you're seeing down 3 scores. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. But man, when they were up 3 scores, I don't know how many people are on X, Twitter, but Portnoy was going nuts when they were up 21-0. It was hilarious. You would have thought this was the greatest team to ever play football. This guy's a clown. Why do people, especially somebody like that, you're just going to make an ass out of yourself? It's either ass out of yourself or nobody remembers you said anything. But it's like, why do people call games when the game's not even over? Especially in the first half. I just don't understand that. That's pretty wild. And man, it's just so funny to see the reactions he's getting after they blew that lead. Whew. Not looking good, Dave. Not looking good over there in Foxborough. You guys might not win the division now. I got a weird feeling New England doesn't even win the division. And man, that would be so awesome. It'd be absolutely hilarious. This guy has been on his high horse the last 2-3 weeks talking about how they're the king of the AFC East again. Nope. You're not. You got a good win earlier in the season, for sure. But that's really your best win, is against us. And we just decided to return the favor back in New England and spot you 21. Tough luck, New England. Tough look, New England. But man, sorry, Dave. Had to do that to you. My recommendation, Dave, is just don't say anything when the games are still being played out. Maybe wait till after. But from somebody who has to make content, I appreciate you a lot. You make it easy. So again, I appreciate you. And go Buffalo. Sorry, Pats fans. I'm sorry that happened to you. But enough of Dave. Let's get back on our Bills and Mr. Joe Brady. 4 runs in the first quarter. Barely ran the ball in the first half. Now, I know New England controlled the ball most of the time, but that's because you came out passing the football. You didn't try to establish the run early. You had every opportunity, and you just didn't. And what kind of confuses me as far as who's really in charge is just like last week, we come out in the second half, we get the ball, and we just pound the rock. We just start running it. Where was that in the first half? I'm really starting to wonder if McDermott is going into these halves heated and asking Brady, like, what are we doing? But then I ask myself, why aren't you saying something in the radio? You're the head coach. You can talk to the guys upstairs. Speak up. Tell him to run the football more. Because I really do not understand what Brady tries to do. All of our passing plays that were very successful, except the one that was very questionable as far as the pass interference, are usually little flats to the tight ends after a play action pass. That is our best pass in our playbook. I have never seen, actually McDaniel kind of did it a lot today too for New England, but an OC spends so much time on cute dink and dunk plays. They ran a little flat out of the back for 1.5 yards, 2 yards on second down. Why not run the football when you got Cook averaging almost 3-4 yards a carry? What was let's take a little gander here. Yeah, almost 5 yards a carry. Cook averaging only 22 carries, 2 touchdowns, by the way. I don't know if Brady knows this, but I'm going to give him a hint. 10 yards for a first down. You get 4 tries. Cook gets 4.8 yards every time he runs the football. I don't know. Give it to him twice. Have 3rd and short. Then you can either run it there or run it on 4th down. Run a play action pass out of that. Make the game easier for these wide receivers. If we are ever in a 3rd down situation and it is 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, whatever, anything above 3rd and 10, we are in trouble. Those are the plays Josh has to scramble or no wide receiver is getting open. Just no chance. No chance. If you rewatch some of these plays, every wide receiver is covered. Our tight ends get open. It's crazy to see how smothered these wide receivers are. And this whole coming out in the second half with a different game plan and all this stuff, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Why aren't we like this coming into the game, coming out of the gate? You're the best rushing team in the league. It shouldn't be rocket science. It shouldn't be pulling teeth to get you to run the football with one of the best running backs in the league. So I don't think this guy has any idea what his identity is with this offense. He just wings it week to week, and then McDermott yells at him at halftime and says, run the football. And then we are so good at running the football, we put up numbers in second halves that make our offense look competent. But the Bills have been winning these games not in a way you want to see. Yes, you want to win every game, but they have not been in control like they need to be in control. And that defense, man, struggles. If we are in a close, the Bills cannot win a game under 20 points. This defense will not hold a team to under 20 points. And that means Josh has to come out every week and put up numbers. And he still gets zero help, but he still gets the job done. You would have thought he would have been the one talking like Joe Burrow. But Joe Burrow has a losing record. So this whole second half team stuff, this whole not having a clue really who we are as far as an identity for this offense, which I think is clear. Run the football. Work the play action in with your tight ends. Go from there. Anything else is a cherry on top. Don't try to force the other things. Force the run. Because they keep lucking out with some of these games. And they need to tighten the ship up. Because again, we're going into the playoffs. You can't be making mistakes, man. We got to get to a Super Bowl this year. But again, hell of a win. Bills did it in New England, put it right back in Portnoy's face. Phenomenal. We will be back with even more content for you guys tomorrow about this game and our upcoming games. We appreciate everybody listening. This has been Bill's Latest. We are brought to you by FanArc. I am your host, Michael Korn. We hope you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and we'll be back with more tomorrow. Thanks so much, guys.